This episode's more of a showcase, really, than a tutorial. Hopefully, I'll teach you some stuff along the way, but not all of this will apply to every single Minecraft world, if you get what I'm saying. Today, I'm showing off a little system I made for my Minecraft game. I've showed it in another video, but I want to show you exactly how the commands work for it. So, this is how to make a meteor in Minecraft. Let me set the scene. So, basically what I wanted was for this wall here to be considered an impenetrable wall, right? And I used border blocks so that players can't break into it. But I also wanted there to be room for this area to be explored. So how it works is in concept that a meteor would come down, shoot into this wall, explode a hole into it, and then you'd be able to continue to the castle in the distance. How do I pull this off? Well, I will show you. The effect that I want, I've showed in another video, is I want this altar piece here to summon the meteor from the skies. So if you replace this, all these blocks, if you replace these blocks with their corresponding correct blocks, then it would summon the meteor. So this is how I pulled it off. The parts in my ticking area that I have highlighted in this red wool are the things that I use for the meteor itself. I'll go over this part first, as this is the first part of the function. So these are pretty simple. This is a repeating command testing for a block. So the test for block command. It will test for a block at that exact position repeatedly forever. If it detects the block, this conditional command will then place a redstone block here. All of these just place a redstone block here. And then these will summon a husk that also has a name. So from egg means it's from a spawn egg, and marked is the name I gave it. So whenever it summons them in this spot here. So if I get a husk, doesn't have to be a husk, but just any mob will do. It says the shrine has received an offering. Like the demonstration I showed you, this is how we have detected a block. So here it says the say command, say the shrine has received an offering one of 5, and then this is received offering 2 of 5, just so that people can keep track of how many offerings have been made. But it's important that you name the husk, or then it could despawn. That's why I have them all named. But if we add the next few ones here, it activates the animation. Another important distinction that we have to make. So why not just make this condition a spawn? Why don't we make this chain command here just spawn husks? Well, if we did that, it would constantly detect the obsidian or the gold block or the redstone block or the quartz block or the lapis block multiple times infinitely, and it would just infinitely place husks here, which would destroy your computer. So I highly recommend not doing that and instead mimicking me, where I've put the summons here and have these be redstone blocks for these summons in this location. I'm sure there's a better way to do it that's a more smart, like, command way, but as I said at the beginning of the series, I'm an amateur and this is the solution I came up with. So if you guys figure something out, feel free to let me know in the comments how you guys did it, but that is how I solved that problem. And once all of these have been placed, this will now activate this, which fills this up here. All these redstone blocks with the fill command. So this position down the bottom position here. So this first position will activate these, and then this next position will activate these. Let's see what they do. So, firstly, camera shake. That's how the meteor effect, you feel the impact from the meteor, it shakes the camera. And then fog push, Minecraft fog hell. Minecraft fog hell is what the nether fog is called, and then you give it the tag fog, because that is just the easiest thing to remember, because you have to remove it eventually in my game. But next thing is execute at E, player type equals player, run, place sound, mob, elder, guardian, death at A in their location. So what the heck does all of that mean? Well, this is the execute command, And the execute command runs a command at a player, or at a block, or as a mob, or as a chicken, as a enderman, as a zombie. So the play sound command usually will only play in the location that it's played in, but if you use the execute command, it will play the sound to anything you want. So I made it so that every single player, as you can see here, every single player will hear it. Next up, it says a meteor has fallen, so that everyone's notified. Just to add that spookiness factor, I made it red, like the fog. And then it says all hostile mobs have been given a 70% chance to be stronger and faster. So that command will just tell you that it's 70%. These commands here are the different mobs that can receive that effect. So this is the creeper, this is the zombie, this is the enderman, blah, 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 you know, the drill. Just pretty much every basic mob in the overworld just filled up doing that command over and over and over. And they will get the effects that I have laid out. So what are the effects? Well, it's resistance for all of the mobs. I gave all of the mobs resistance. You can add whatever effects you want as well, as long as you make this redstone fill command as high as all of these blocks. If you want, you can have it sideways. I did this so that it's connected to the same line, so I don't have to have multiple activations at the end of this here. So this activates, and then it makes a fill command that fills all of this up, and then that way it can trigger this and this at the same time. Again, there's probably an easier and more organized way to do this, but this is just how my brain works, so this is how I came up with a solution for it. And this is not the only thing that happens as well. So this is the fill command, but here, this actually sets a redstone block somewhere else completely. I'm going to show you where that is now. Okay, so now, as you can see, there's a big hole in the wall, presumably because of the meteor. There's also a meteor back here to show that this is the meteor that came crashing through. But how did I pull this off? Well, it's rather simple. If I go into game mode spectator, I'll show you a little behind the scenes sneak peek here. This is the structure block that activates and then makes this hole. Now that I wanted this to activate, that other command block puts a redstone block right here, and this, let me go into game mode C. This here sets it to this shape here, the little magma blocks and everything chunked into it. So I simply built this and then built this in its place. And then after building it in its place, I had that command. When the command runs, the whole animation and the fog and everything, this gets placed instantly and then becomes a big hole. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.